What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wrong cap. There. That's better. As I was saying, welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from April 19th, 2019. They're in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. With the commentators Josh Matthews and Don Callis. And let's get right to the show, folks. They did an opening recap of Giant Impact and Brian Cage. The whole thing started from him, from Impact Homecoming, with Giant Bravo being distracted by the Survivor's worst actors in history, and then the whole thing with Giant Impact winning, due to controversy with the shave finish, and then Brian Cage going after Giant Bravo, who was the official referee of that match, and because he was trying to look for Giant Impact, by the way. And then the whole thing with Giant Impact getting hurt from his neck, and then Giant Bravo was there, who was the referee at the time, when Giant Impact and Brian Cage was teaming up against Moose and Killer Cross. And then the whole thing with Ty Valkyrie and Giant Impact turning on Brian Cage, and then the match with Killer Cross and Brian Cage with Giant Impact getting involved, and then Giant Bravo making the 3 count, even though Brian Cage got the shoulder up, but then referee still called for the belt anyways. And then finally to the end of the conclusion, where Johnny Bravo chop blocks Brian Cage for Giant Impact to get the win from last week, and completing the story continuity here in a way to try and make sense of why Johnny Bravo did what he did. Still stupid. I still thought it was fucking stupid. But we'll get more of that later. The show opened up with. Yeah, after that one, we get the show open up with Scarlett and Fallah Bahh versus the Desi squad, which is Rohit Raju and Raj Singh, being accompanied by Gama Singh. And a sort of mixed tag team match, because Scarlett was in the match. Highlights of the match: the Desi squad attacks Fallah Bahh, then Fallah Bahh goes for he goes fight back with a double clothesline. Scarlett get an attack at one point, but then the Desi squad did not want to attack, want to wrestle her because she's a woman. So. But at one point she did, as go after them with a flying was about to do a high flying move onto Rohit Raju, but Rohit Raju cuts her off, and then try to do something on Scarlett, but Scarlett reverses into a gets him in the Hurricanrana. I think that's how it happened. I'm trying to remember if that happened like that or not. But Scarlett holds the ropes down for Fallah Bahh to dive out or do the ropes, go for a suicide dive onto his squad on the outside. Like, wow, okay, that was a good move by Fallah Bahh. Surprisingly, right? Scarlett launches herself off the top rope onto his squad with a flying cross body. Rohit Raju wants a stink face after what Scarlett did to Raj Singh, where Raj Singh got a hip attack by Scarlett and then a stink face along with it. And Rohit Raju wanted the same thing too, but then Scarlett tells him to do this, as Fallah Bahh goes to give him a stink face. And then Scarlett gets on top of Fallah Bahh to go for the bonsai drop onto, I believe it was, to Raj Singh. I guess, and Scarlett was legal, and she gets the 3 count in the win. So your winners, Scarlett and Fallah Bahh. And folks, this may come to a shock to you all. I thought Fallah Bahh was impressive in this match. For once, he's not Fallah trash. Now he earns the right to be called Fallah Bahh this week. I thought the match was entertaining. I thought the match was a good opener, and yeah, so he earns the right to not be called trash, unlike a certain other things that happened on the show. I thought it was trash, but we'll get to that later. Moose versus Dez, being accompanied by the Rascals, which is Trey and Wentz. Highlights of the match: Moose hits sick snake eyes into the corner to Dez. Moose connects with a huge clothesline. Moose also goes for to charge at Dez, but then Dez avoids it as Moose crashes into ring post. For the big man. Dez flies over Moose. Moose catches him in midair and whips him to the ring steps, and then also into the Rascals. Trey and Wentz, and this led to Trey to distract Moose. Referee tells Trey to get out, and then Wentz goes for a kick to Moose on the apron, from the apron, meant to say, And then Dez goes for a roll up onto Moose for the 3 count in the win for an upset victory. And I say to myself, wait a minute. So now here's the thing. I knew Dez was going to win this match because Moose got the better of the Rascals against Trey and wins. And I thought that he was going to get a third win against a last member of the Rascals, which is Dez. Now I knew Dez was going to win this match. Now the way they could have done this, they could have had Moose, made a mistake, and then Dez capitalized on it and give him get an upset win here. But instead, Dez had to cheat to win against Moose instead, just to protect Moose, of losing. Trash. Match was good though. I thought the match was good. I just didn't like the ending of it. And then Moose was complaining about it backstage and everything, and he's going to get help, backup basically, and we'll see who that backup is. I'm assuming that's going to be added for Rebellion. I'm assuming, but we'll see. Or maybe it's going to save it for next week, but who knows? Kier Hogan goes to find Rosemary backstage. Rosemary tells her to leave. Basically tell Firefly, that's what Rosemary calls Kier Hogan, Firefly, to leave. And then Kier Hogan's like, no, I don't want to leave because I want to talk to you about something and everything. And then they basically bitter back and forth about what happened with Ali and the whole thing what happened in the Undead Realm. And then Kier Hogan is basically telling her that she's scared to the bitter end and everything, and then says, like it or not, it's between the two of us. And then Rosemary's like, so be it. And then she chokes Kier Hogan, rams her into the some kind of steel thing there, and then into the wall, and then chokes her with her chain, basically strangling her, and then lets go of her, and takes her chain back and says, now it's one of us. And then Rosemary disappears and leaves Kier Hogan laying there, basically left for dead. So yeah, this kind of caught me off guard here. I expected these two, to put the differences aside and work together as a team to take out Su Yung and the Undead Bridesmaids, and maybe this could lead to a match at Rebellion, and then from there Rosemary from there could turn on Kier Hogan, but instead they decided to just go with the immediate turn with Rosemary on to Kier Hogan. Now, does this mean that she's a heel now? That's what I'm thinking. I'm to myself now. Is she a heel after what she did to Kier Hogan? Because Kier Hogan is looked at as a babyface in Impact Wrestling. So I'm not sure. Chris, obviously Mr. Ricky and J one thinks that was a heel turn, but in a way I do think it is a heel turn, but at the same time, I gotta wait and see what happens next week to see what happens from there. So, but yeah, there you go. We'll see how that develops too. And I'm excited to see, even though they're going too fast with this one, I'm intrigued to see what they do with this one. But on the matchup between Kier Hogan and Rosemary, the Demon Assassin versus the Girl on Fire. Tessa Blanchard shows up at a restaurant, which is Gail Kim's husband's restaurant, to look for him, and she had a camera with her, and she's harassing people in the restaurant, eating the food. And then also she goes to the kitchen, and there's another cameraman in there. And I said, wait a minute, why was there a cameraman? That made no sense there. Where's my Raw cap? Where's the Raw? I feel like pulling my Raw cap out because I just saw a shitty Raw booking here. A shitty Raw segment, to say the least. But I guess that's nitpicking a little bit. But it made no sense there. Tessa Blanchard brought her own cameraman. Why was there another cameraman? What? Whatever. So she's harassing the staff members. The chef, the dishwasher, and then the I guess the assistant manager or whatever, because Rob, basically that's Gil Kim's husband. Rob wasn't there, and there you go. So and I'll talk about this right now. Gail Kim, they showed Gail Kim later on, and Gail Kim was not happy about this, and now it's become more personal between Gail Kim and Tessa Blanchard for their event at Rebellion. So, I mean Rebellion, I meant to say Billion. I meant to say Rebellion, but there you go. Madman Fulton being accompanied by Sami Callihan versus Tommy Dreamer. So Tommy Dreamer and Madman Fulton was having at it. Also, Sammy Callahan, excuse me, attempted to get involved. Referee catches him and ejects him out at ringside, and Sammy Callahan leaves. So it's now between Madman and Tommy. So Fulton goes for a powerbomb to Tommy Dreamer, but Tommy Dreamer counter into a hurricanrana, sends him to the floor. Actually, they're outside the ring, but he did on the floor. Fulton charges at Dreamer, but Dreamer avoids it, causing Fulton to crash into the ring post. Ring post spot. He's the big guy too. Dreamer bites Fulton, then follows up with a cutter, but it wasn't enough to keep Madman Fulton down. As Madman Fulton gets back up, Tommy Dreamer swings and misses a candlestick, basically trying to take the easy way out, which I don't blame him. And then Fulton, I try to remember what finishing move it was, but basically hits his finish move on Tommy Dreamer and gets a 3 count in the win. So yeah, Madman Fulton ends up defeating Tommy Dreamer. After the match, Fulton continued to attack Tommy Dreamer, to add insult to injury. Willie Mack comes out for the save, only for OVE to come out to beat down on Rich Swann, and then not Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and then Rich Swann shows up. But then Sammy Callahan comes out, and then he gives him a nasty power driver to Rich Swann, and also holds down Rich Swann and Willie Mack as OVE is holding down basically Madman Fulton, David J. Crest, holding down Willie Mack and Rich Swann, while Tommy Dreamer is being taken care of by Sammy Callahan. Steel chair folding his arm into the steel chair, and he got the baseball bat, and bam, decapitating on Tommy Dreamer's arm. And I guess that's the way to take off Tommy Dreamer off TV now from Impact Wrestling. I'm assuming. I'm assuming during the I think when they did this after the commercial break. After when they came back from commercial break, excuse me. Willie Mack and Rich Swann are discussing about what happened with Tommy Dreamer, and they want to get even, against OVE. So Rich Swann walks off. Also, Killer Cross shows up. He continues to try to get into the head of Willie Mack, where it pertains to Rich Swann, and Willie Mack didn't want to hear any of it, and decided to challenge him to a match for next week. We'll see how that match turns out too. So yeah, look forward to see how that turns out. So we get to the Knockouts champion Taya Valkyrie in a non-title match against Madison Rayne. But before the match started, Taya Valkyrie gets on the microphone and she says, she just wanted to be in Canada, which is why she moved out of Canada to go to Mexico. Because Taya Valkyrie is born in Canada. And I think she trained with Lance Storm in Canada, at the Storm Wrestling, the Storm Wrestling Academy. Storm Wrestling Academy, I meant to say. And then she went to Mexico, basically in AAA, to learn the lucha style. So yeah, basically she's going this promo about her home country of Canada. And I said to myself, wait a minute, why couldn't you say this 2 weeks ago? Because think about it, on TV, storyline wise, this is the 3rd week on in Canada for Impact Wrestling, right? So why has she waited 3 weeks later to say something about that? So what she does after that, she says she's not going to compete in Canada. So she says because she's the Knockouts champion and she does what she wants. So she tries to leave. Madison Rayne attacks her. Match started, and then Taya Valkyrie went out to go Madison Rayne in the match. And I said, wait a minute, I thought you didn't want to be in the match, and now you Raw shitty segment again, folks. Where's my Raw cap? Where's my Raw cap? No, just kidding. But I should though. I should pull it out. I'll pull out where is more convenient. But then she did try to leave though. As she tried to leave, Jordynne Grace comes from behind and clubs her and puts her in the ring. And I say to myself, wait a minute, that's an attack. She literally attacked Taya Valkyrie from behind, Jordynne Grace, in front of the referee, and the referee allows it. And then make matters worse, Taya Valkyrie is distracted because of that. After she was put back in the ring by Jordynne Grace, Madison Rayne rolls her up, and she gets a 3 count in the win. Are you fucking kidding me? Madison Rain, why she's being Tyler Valkyrie? And why she's being Tessa Blanchard? Are you fucking kidding me? This was shit. Speaking of what other thing was shit, next we get to. Oh, this is the part where I pull this one off. Because we get to what I felt like it was a raw, shitty segment here on Impact Wrestling. Because Johnny Impact, or should I say, Johnny B. Trash, who's the B. Trash World Champion from Trash Town, USA, California. We're at his home, which looks like a dump. Not just kidding. And he's been interviewed by this reporter, Flendes. I forgot how you say his first name. And we see senior referee John E. Bravo clean up his pool, and he's wearing a pink flower shirt. And this reminds, and the whole pink flower reminds me of Rage Quit on YouTube. Need your gun in too. Fuck you, motherfucker. Pink flower. That's what it reminds me of. But basically, Johnny B. Trash has Johnny Bravo to be his lackey, cleaning his pool, doing whatever he wants to do. And I'm saying to myself, why? And he says it's the right thing to do. And he's also said it's an upgrade for Johnny E. Bravo for helping out Johnny B. Trash for screwing over Brian Cage for those months. You know, for those months that has happened. And I say to myself, trash. That makes no fucking sense. Now, it really would have made sense if Johnny Impact would have said to Johnny Bravo, I see you having some financial problems. I can help you out with that. But you need to help me out with something. You need to do me a favor, you know. Something. I don't want to fucking hear no bullshit about, oh, it's an upgrade and it's the right thing to do. Trash. And then it makes matters worse. He calls Brian Cage a dumb meathead, and he's talking about smart marks again. I say so this is the same promo he's been claiming for raw, shitty segment on this Impact Wrestling show. This Impact Wrestling show. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same fucking promo that Johnny Impact's been cutting. The same fucking promo of him talking about smart marks, Brian Cage is a dumb meathead, and blah 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 blah. Johnny B. Trash earns the name of being fucking trash. Fallah Bahh, forget about Fallah Trash, because Fallah Bahh, I'm sticking with Fallah Bahh now. Fallah Bahh, he earns the right to be good now. He's earned the right to not be trash anymore, because Johnny Impact has taken that crown. He's taken that trophy. He's taken that belt of him being trash, because Johnny Impact is Johnny B. fucking trash. His promo's trash. His reasoning is of why he's doing what he's doing is trash. His heel run is trash. Him being world champion is trash. He's trash, 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 trash. Just like when that Raw is fucking trash too. With Raw shitty segments is fucking trash. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So we cut to Josh Matthews, I'm about to say, and Don Callis. And then Brian Cage comes out of nowhere and he threatens to beat up on Don Callis. Almost giving Don Callis a heart attack. And I say to myself, why can't you just attack Josh Matthews? What is people's obsession of trying to go after Don Callis? There's Josh Matthews right there. Go after him. He's young. Right? Why go after an old man and Don Callis who always look like he's about to either catch a heart attack or a stroke? But basically, Don Callis is ranting Scott D'Amore out by saying talk to Scott D'Amore. He's in charge, and so Brian Cage wants to go after him, and then Don Callis tried to call him on the cell phone, and then Brian Cage finally called with Scott D'Amore, and basically Brian Cage threatened to beat up on Scott D'Amore, who's running stuff backstage for Impact Wrestling. And then Lance Storm shows up. Like, that's random. So Lance Storm was knighted by Scott D'Amore to be the special guest referee between Brian Cage and Johnny B. Trash at Rebellion. And I smell a swerve here, folks. I swear to God, if Impact Wrestling have Lance Storm, of all people, turn on Brian Cage just for Giant Impact to stay as world champion, then that's it, Impact Wrestling. B Trash Wrestling is going to be the top. It's going to be the running theme now for Impact Wrestling. B Trash Wrestling, because of a B Trash World Champion from Trash Town, USA, California, and Johnny B Trash is still the Impact World Champion in this shitty Raw booking segment show on Impact Wrestling that I'm gonna be calling B Trash Wrestling now. If they go with that, with Lance Storm out, out of nowhere just decided to turn on to Brian Cage. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if that fucking happens. And Scott D'Amore, when Brian Cage walked off, and then Scott D'Amore said he loves when a plan comes together, something like that. Like, what? What is it? Like, who's running this show? Who's in charge of this? Who's in charge of this fucking company that's giving this a pass? All right, enough of this Raw cap now. All right, let's get back to serious business now, because we're up to the final segment here. My God. Hope you love that tirade, people. That's so far my best one I've done so far. Basically, what pertains to Impact Wrestling. But anyways, now let's just try to calm things down here now. So next we get to the main event, the Impact World Tag Team Champion. Excuse me, the Impact World Tag Team Championships. The Lucha Brothers defends it, which is Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. They go up against Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake. So, highlights of the match: Lucha Brothers goes for the spike pile driver on Eli Drake early on going, but Eddie Edwards kicks Phoenix and then hits Pentagon Jr. with a Blue Thunder Bomb. Eli Drake takes Phoenix off the top rope and goes for a huge superplex. Eli Drake goes for a cutter from. He goes to counter a cutter from Phoenix. Excuse me. Yeah, Phoenix trying to go for a cutter, and then Eli Drake countering. My apologies. Eddie hits a flying knee off the top rope. Lucha Brothers hits their double super kicks onto Eli Drake. Pentagon Jr. dives off the top rope, taking out Eddie Edwards on the outside. And also LAX shows up. And they try to distract the Lucha Brothers. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, why would they distract the Lucha Brothers? Yeah, think about it. This makes no sense, folks, because why would LAX distract the Lucha Brothers in this Impact World Tag Team Championship match? Because think about it logically, LAX versus Lucha Brothers, Full Metal Mayhem at Rebellion. Wouldn't LAX want the Lucha Brothers to retain the tag titles so that they could get the titles back from them? And then when they came out there and distracting them, I said to myself, wait a minute, why would they try to distract them of losing the tag belts to Electric and Eddie Edwards? Unless the idea is to try to add another team into the match, which by the way it still makes no sense either, because when the LAX wanted to just be between them and Lucha Brothers instead of having another team involved. But anyways, here's what happened after. So Eli Drake rolls up Pentagon Jr. for a close near fall. Eli Drake swings and misses with the candlestick, allowing the Lucha Brothers to go for the spike power driver onto Eli Drake for the 3 count and the win. So Lucha Brothers still wins. After the match, basically it's 3 tag team champions. And the match itself I thought was good too. After the match, Lucha Brothers and LX continue on fighting. Yeah, this whole thing of the LX and Lucha Brothers has gone way too personal now. And I love it. And basically they fight backstage and everything. Then we get Eddie Edwards in the ring with Eli Drake. He's trying to help out Eli Drake. Eli Drake I guess he didn't want help. He didn't want any help for 8 hours to pick him up. And then all of a sudden, 8 hours was trying to shake his hand and always try to hug him over. And then Eli Drake decided, okay, they hug it out. And I'm saying to myself, okay, what's gonna happen here? Is 8 hours gonna turn on Eli Drake here because Eli Drake lost the match for them? But no, it was actually Eli Drake who turned on Eddie Edwards here instead. Because based on what they did here, something was gonna happen, and that's exactly and it just happened. Eli Drake decided to turn on to Eddie Edwards, beat him up, beat him down, and everything, hit him with a candlestick and all that, and ends the show. But keep smashing his head with the candlestick. Well, actually one time. The other time he sort of didn't hit him with it. But he did hit him a couple of times too, but not repeatedly on the head though. But still, but yeah, Eli Drake has turned on Eddie Edwards here, and there you go. They're showing up, and that was the end of the show. Now, here's the thing about this, folks. I think it should be the other way around because, for those who don't know, Eli Drake is no longer in Impact Wrestling. He got fired. They let him go because of the comments he made about intergender wrestling, because he was supposed to be part of that intergender wrestling match against Tessa Blanchard during their pay-per-view United We Stand. Not only he refused to be part of that match, but he also had to talk down on that intergender wrestling thing, which is why Joey Ryan had to be the replacement. Which I already mentioned that too, by the way, when I did the review. But I'm saying to myself, here, Eli Drake is doing this to Eddie Edwards. I doubt it's going to lead to a match at Rebellion, folks, because think about it. Eli Drake was, Rebellion is going to be live on pay-per-view next Sunday. So, with Eli Drake doing that to Eddie Edwards, made no sense here. You know what I could have done? They could just scratch that off. They didn't have to put that on TV. They could just scratch that off. They didn't have to air that on TV. Because think about it, this was taped. This episode of Impact Wrestling was taped. They didn't have to to put that part in there. But they decided to do it anyways. But I don't know what it's going to lead to. Maybe next week we'll find out in the Go Home show. But I doubt it's going to be a match though, folks. And it's probably going to lead to something else too. Where it pertains to try in a way they'll think about trying to write off Eli Drake in a way. But I don't know if they will or not. But we wait and see though. So there you go, folks. That was it for Impact Wrestling, the show from April 19th, 2019. Talking about wrestling for Impact Wrestling. Five matches. Maybe just double check. Yes, 5 matches. And my overall showing for the show was better than last week's show. So, for this show, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was better than last week, so I thought it was a good show this week. I like last week, because last week, oh my god, that made no fucking sense. The ending of it made no fucking sense. I am blessed. So, with that being said, somebody may not get that, but I'm pretty sure we'll get that. But I had to, watch my my other review, my latest review that I did of Impact Wrestling. But yeah, that's it. Right being said, folks, thank you all for watching. I cannot wait for next week's show, because next week's show is going to be the Go Home Show edition for Impact Rebellion. And also, we're presenting the pay-per-view. I cannot wait to see the pay-per-view too, folks. But, and the preview will be coming soon as well. And right being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets.